I was expecting them to have a nice twinning, like, oh, we're at the resort and we're having, some time before the therapy, not we're throwing down the minute you walk through the door.
Yeah. So welcome to Behind the Drama, where we're breaking down everything from last night's episode of 90 Day The Last Resort. Now we're going to be getting into everything with Gino and Jasmine.
You die for her, but you not die for her to sleep with her?
Because yeah.
Easy to somebody. Easy, man.
Jasmine's potential new man.
He's hot. Total opposite of Gino.
And Darcey and Stacey's wild argument.
You can call Florian all you want, hang out with him.
He's my brother-in-law. He's your husband.
Actually, you guys have a better connection than I have with Florian. So, well, take him.
No,
Take
thank you, Stacey. I'm married, honey. Stacey, you need to chill. You're coming in way too hot. And this look isn't good on you.
That's okay. I'm speaking my truth, and I will be heard.
Today we're joined by Shawn. Shawn, how are you doing?
So far, so good.
Oh my gosh, we have a lot to get into today. So we picked up with Gino revealing to Jasmine what he had been thinking about during hypnotherapy. How did you feel watching that? I felt like it was nice seeing Gino open up for one of the first times this season.
Of course, I felt when they first were talking that everybody thought, oh, he's not actually being very transparent.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he finally was, and I had various thoughts, because part of me was like, I was glad that he got emotional. It was very heartfelt. I liked that. I'm sure Jasmine was happy to get the apology. But I also remember when that was happening, and he had the bachelor party and had the strippers, but then I was thinking, wow, he's apologizing for her for that, but she also had a bachelorette party with strippers and it was okay for her.
Now, do you think that there is any hope for them going forward, like with their relationship? It seems like they're pretty broken this season.
I love them as a couple, and Jasmine's so great to watch and exciting. I'm always happy to see her on every iteration of the show. Same. I can never get enough of them. But I guess this is a big deal, right? I mean, to open the marriage up, and as long as all parties are agreeing and happy and can see the benefit of it, fine. But I don't feel like Gino has that.
I was going to say that. I don't feel like Gino's fully on board with this idea. I feel like Jasmine's trying to come up with something to save the marriage, but Gino seems pretty adamantly against it. Florian, he did try to convince Gino to try to be intimate with Jasmine, but he was being really stubborn, saying that he would need weeks or months of no fighting to be able to get to that place with Jasmine.
To be honest, I was thinking more like a month to 3 months of not fighting, and I'm not joking, because I've done it with other past relationships with ease. My ex-wife, I was with her for 7 years. We didn't fight at all for 7 years. Can you imagine that? 7 years?
I'm confused, Fred. You know with her. You never fight with her.
No, like we might have very small arguments, but they were tiny. Like we didn't get in big fights. Not like I do with Jasmine.
It's very weird, man. Like 3 months to wait for to not have arguments. That is like bull. You want the truth? It's insane.
Do you think he's being unreasonable?
Well, part of what you love about Jasmine is her feistiness, right? And so he knew that going in, like that's always been part of their dynamic. So how does I don't know how you feel like, oh, we're not going to bump into this for 3 months. Because to me, it always seems like it's on the daily, right?
Yeah.
So I think he more needs to take it less personal when she gets upset about something.
Now, Julia revealed that Jasmine had told Brandon, there's a lot going on here, that he had no interest in being with Jasmine intimately. Were you shocked in that moment?
Yeah, but what's the context of it? And we don't see it and we don't hear it.
True.
And so did it get somehow misconstrued? And so I guess...
Well, it's also like the game of telephone. Like,
yeah.
She was told by Brandon, who was told by Gino, so there could have been something that was lost that we don't know exactly.
Yeah, and just... It can even happen in one-on-one communication with the partner, because obviously we had the miscommunication with Josh about I don't like to be touched. It wasn't like he was saying to Natalie, I don't find you attractive. He's like, oh, I'm just not a night cuddler or night toucher.
True.
And she took that personally.
True. Things can be misconstrued within people's own like perceptions of things, I feel like. Now, later, Jasmine revealed who she hopes to open up their marriage with.
He's hot. Total opposite of Gino.
Oh my God.
Really blue eyes.
Yeah.
And he's handsome.
I mean, look at how shiny you are.
I mean, I haven't seen you smile like that
Yes.
with Gino since you've been here.
What do you want from that relationship? Do you want something more?
Oh, I
Do
will.
you love him?
I don't love him because love is a
love is-
process,
yeah.
and
Yeah, it
honestly,
takes time.
I love Gino. I don't want to get divorced, and I do care
You still
about
want a
Gino.
life with
I
Gino.
still want things to work.
It was her gym friend, Matt. What do you make of that whole situation? She did seem really excited.
It's always the gym friend. It's always the personal trainer. No. I don't know. It's such a difficult thing. I mean, I was glad to see him on the show. I was glad to, kind of, because I think you first are like, oh, you're supporting Gino, and why would this even happen? And then you're seeing somehow a little bit more of their relationship, and of course, they have a lot of things in common, like the gym and working out, and Jasmine's really into that. So.
And you do have to applaud Jasmine for being so willing to share so much of her life, like not holding anything back. I feel like I would be scared to share these types of things, especially like on a show. So it is nice that she's willing to share the side of her life and like be so open with cameras, especially as a viewer. It makes for a very interesting TV.
It's great watching. I love the show. I always have, and I love watching them. Like I said before, and she's somebody that I would call a straight shooter. She calls it like she sees it, whether you agree with it or not. At least she just lays it out there.
Now, I know we both love Jasmine and Gino. We love watching them on the show, but another person I am obsessed with is Stacey. I love Stacey and I love Darcey.
I love Stacey too.
Oh my gosh. So we saw Stacey's twin Darcey. She arrived. I was so excited. What were you thinking as she arrived? I was like, yes, this is what I'm excited to see.
Well, they're both looking amazing, and I'm always surprised the twinning keeps twinning, because I keep thinking they change their look a lot, and that, what's the possibility that they're going to start not looking the same? But I think their personalities are kind of different, to me at least.
Yeah.
I think Stacey always kind of appears to me a little bit more relaxed, a little less alpha than Darcey, but now I feel like Stacey's coming forward with being a little bit more aggressive, especially in this.
Definitely in this episode. That's what I was going to bring up. They definitely had some sibling rivalry that came up during the dinner.
Actually, when they first met, he slid in my DMs too. But I was like, oh, you're talking to that?
No. Tell the truth.
He liked your picture. He liked the picture.
And he liked my picture.
Yeah, Stacey. It was so long ago.
Florian, explain.
I'm thinking you have like two accounts.
He thought we were the same person. He thought we were the same person.
So he was hitting on both of you?
He wasn't like hitting it, but he was just like liking pictures and stuff. And I don't remember if he sent the message, but you weren't like sexually attracted to her, right?
Oh my
No, Stacey.
You're talking you go too far.
You're a little sassy. You're very sassy tonight. You're very sassy, Stacey, tonight. Yeah, I am.
Stacey ended up storming off after they were bickering for a while. Were you surprised when you were watching all that drama go down at the table?
I was expecting them to have a nice twinning, like, oh, we're at the resort and we're having, some time before the therapy, not we're throwing down the minute you walk through the door.
Yeah.
I was hoping that, I was like hoping that the whole group would be partying with Darcey and getting to know her a little bit.
You want to my man or something? Are you crazy? I've never, ever in a million years would even have that inkling or that thought that you're speaking right now. That's disgusting. He's married to you. He's my brother-in-law. I'm allowed to have a relationship. You told Florian you're better off single. How dare you? How dare you? You don't want me to be happy. Maybe you don't look happy. Either. I am happy when you're not around. Then I'm out. Good. Bye. Deal with it. Bye. Mark those words. Deal with it.
And do you think Stacey and Darcey can fix things? I feel like I am not very worried about them being able to fix things. They seem like they have a strong sister bond, but like, how do you think that this is going to work out for them?
I think they'll be thick as thieves always throughout all time. I don't think anything will come between them.
I just feel like watching Stacey and Florian together, they're one of the couples that I feel like has the best chance of making it out of the resort. Do you agree with that? Which couples do you think have the best chance so far this season?
I think Brandon, their relationship will do okay. And I know they're doing their bump in the road right now. But yeah, and Stacey will be fine too. Yeah, those are probably my top 2 couples.
I agree. Now, I know we didn't see a ton of them this episode, but what do you think about Josh and Natalie? They've been really hot and cold this season. A really divisive couple.
God, I'm not even going to comment about them, quite frankly.
No comment.
I love Natalie. I watched every iteration she's been on. I know she wants love so badly, and I hope she finds it.
Okay. Now, what is your favorite part about watching The Last Resort? For me, I really love watching like the group dinners, the nights out. It seems like those are pretty juicy when things go down with the group.
Yeah, and it seems interesting that you think, oh, this person doesn't like this person because of that night, and then the next night they're got their arm around them and guiding them and helping them. So I'm always fascinated by the dynamic with all of them and how it keeps switching like a chessboard. Like, wait, I thought you didn't like her or him, and now you're giving them counseling.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Behind the Drama. Make sure to check back every week for more with your reality TV faves, and make sure to tune in every Monday for 90 Day The Last Resort, and check out the new season of 90 Day Fiancés, which is going to be airing on Sunday nights.